I mean, Chattanooga has been, a thorn in our side for a long time. They're a talented group, always shown how aggressive they can be, but we also know, one of their, dominant key qualities is that how good they are with the ball. They're very good in terms of possession. So we've got to be a team that has the discipline and the patience that we've had over the last, 3 or 4 weeks in getting a lot of 1-0 wins. And, but we're also understanding that, we respect them. We know they're coming into our ground, but it's more about the focus on us. How do we exploit them? How do we get after this team? And right now we have a lot of confidence in that regard. So it's going to be a challenge. They're a talented group, and it's going to be a big game.
They've been kind of known the past couple seasons for late goals. From a tactical standpoint, how do you make sure we're not conceding that late goal in the 85th minute?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've shown that our defensive strength right now has been a commitment to each other. There's been a really good shape discipline-wise with us without the ball, and I think making sure that we start games, with great energy, the way we get after teams. And if we can put them on their heels, I think it's, a front foot mentality from Greenville Triumph, what we've been doing since September 3rd. We're undefeated since then, and we've got to continue that confidence, being able to do that, but also having the discipline to not only defend 1v1 with them, how good they are on the ball, but making sure that we are staying connected defensively all over the field.
Don't want to look ahead too much, but if the result goes well on Saturday and there is the potential for a first round bye, how big would that be in a long 28-game season where we've seen a lot of injuries?
You set goals in the beginning of the year, and a lot of it was like, hey, we got to get to the playoffs, based on what's the structure this year, how's it going to look, and then, you go from a 16-game season last year where we were title champions, being number one all year, back to a 28-game plus. And so how do you manage that through injuries, still in a pandemic, still in COVID and isolation and certain things. And I think it's more about now we're at a point where we've gone through a lot of the adversity and it's made us stronger. It really has, and it's brought us together. There are no problems that we can't solve. That's how we look at it as a club. We are a club that don't create problems, we find solutions to everything. And because we've gone through that, that means mentally we're stronger. And so it's at a good time in the year that not only are we getting, the wins, we're getting clean sheets. We're getting that resilience about our group, and we're getting self-belief. So hopefully they can carry over, not just for this last home game against Chattanooga, but also for NCFC away, on the 30th. These are two big and important games for us. And, we can't afford to slip up at all.
Supposed to be the biggest crowd of the season this weekend.
Yeah.
Getting close to a potential sellout. How big is that going to be on Saturday night?
It's huge. I mean, our community has been behind our club from day one. From 2019, we've had a really good support group, and to get them all coming out on that particular night is going to be huge. We can feel it. The guys, we draw energy from the crowd without a doubt. And whether we're down a goal or winning or up a goal or still even drawing at halftime, we hear the crowd no matter what. And they've been with us through thick and thin. And we're going to need them. It's huge that, our players can actually turn around, and even when we're making mistakes and not playing particularly good soccer, that we know the crowd is there for us. So it's huge that they're coming out, and hopefully it's a big sellout at Triumph Stadium at Legacy Early College.